attitude, just the heart, the spirit. I loved his brutal honesty. There was an incredible interview they did with him in Rolling Stone a few years back that's always stayed with me as one of the most profound, succinct, unfiltered interviews I've ever read from an artist. It was extraordinary. But he was just a phenomenal songwriter, phenomenal storyteller, and funny. I was listening to an interview of his today, and the guy was asking him about riding all the freight trains that he used to do back in the day. He would get on freight trains and just ride them. And he was in one time going from Oregon back to Bakersfield through the mountains, and he said it was winter, it was freezing, and he's in the refrigerator car, and there's him and a hobo, and he said, and they just sat there facing each other, not saying anything for hours. And the interviewer said to him, so, when you think about that, what sort of thoughts come to mind? He goes, next time take enough money for the bus. It's fantastic.
That's a tough one. I never met him. That's a very, very sad loss for the music community. One of the all-time greats. That was a tough one to hear about. My condolences to his family, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, Merle is an inspiration to me. He was a guy that I grew up listening to, a guy that kind of did his own thing. He kind of paved his own path and left behind some smooth spots for all of us to kind of follow. I had the chance to meet Merle in 2012 at a show in Cary, and that's a moment I truly will never forget. So glad I had the chance to meet him before he went on, but his legacy he left is it's pretty grand. So
I went from playing small venues across the Southeast to playing Southeast Asia. He's an Okie from Muskogee, and I loved his music. My grandfather used to sit outside and sing that over and over again, and I finally had to go out and figure out what he was doing. So he taught me a lot about Merle, and I got to meet Merle a couple of times doing touring and stuff, and he's a great soul, and his music will live on forever. Country music does a great job of keeping legendary country musicians' music alive, and they'll do that.